It's our honor to have with us Rabbi Roy and Alaska. We're going to start. Rabbi Roy has a very kind schedule. He made special appointments to come part of the Siyum. So we're going to start with some very bracha and readings from Rabbi Roy.
Baruch Shekiyonu v'kimonu v'yonu l'zman hazeh. The Gemara tells us in Machlokes the Gemara what makes a chazaka, twice or three times. I know a particular incident where someone came to the Rebbe and the Rebbe gave him Chanukah 1 year and the second year again. And then he came the third year and he asked the Rebbe for Chanukah. The Rebbe said, I don't want to make a chazaka. I'll do it 3 times, I'll have to do it every year. And the person was a very intelligent individual. So he turned to the Rebbe and he said that the Gemara says that according to the Rebbe, today's din to have a chazaka twice is already chazaka. Since the Rebbe is Rebbe, so it's already a chazaka. So the Rebbe told him, okay, he has a point, and the Rebbe gave him Chanukah the third time. But the Rebbe said, I'm still going to make a shinui. In order that you shouldn't think you can get it every year, the Rebbe gave him the third time Chanukah, the didn't give it to him directly, the Rebbe gave it through the Maskiris. In the yeshiva of the Rebbe, in Techotzvim, L'shita Rebbe, today's din to have chazaka, 2 times is already chazaka. So we might as well call it the annual Siyum Hashas of the yeshiva that we're now attending, the second annual Siyum Hashas, which is next to the third and the fourth, the full, Adelman safe. There's a shayla in Paskin on a day when there's a Siyum Masechta, if you say Tachton or not. What they do in yeshiva today? They said it, huh? As a machlokes HaKoskim, some people say that today's day and age, when people make a Siyum Masechta, they do it very, very fast. They don't really understand it properly. Not necessarily Shema, maybe you shouldn't make a Siyum. Other places say, even if you learn only Girsa, maybe you should make a Siyum. It's called a Yom Tov, maybe you shouldn't say that it's a Yom Tov. I know a particular case about the Siyum Rav in Manhattan, in the Giant Center. There was a Rav that came to the Siyum, and he saw there was a Yom Tov and they were all saying Tachton. If this Rav comes from a background, they never say Tachton or Frada Milka. And he couldn't understand the Siyum and Amman, the same Tachton. He said, you don't want to say Tachton. And he wrote to the Rebbe, and the Rebbe told him he's right. I'm not asking him to get it over here, because it could be this case is different, but the Siyum and Amman, everybody has a shot in the Siyum. Over here, one person's making a Siyum, and everybody's getting a shot in the Suda. So I'm not sure that's enough reason not to say Tachton, but perhaps we can clarify this issue based on the Gemara. The Gemara in Masechta Shabbos, which we're learning right now, the Gemara tells us that Abayim said, tastefully, I deserve to get a reward when I saw Siyum Rabbanon, when I saw Talmud Chacham, the Shalom and the Sikha, that he finishes the Masechta, Avin the Yom Torah Rabbanon, I'll make a special day with the Rabbanon for the Talmidim. Rashi tells us the Shul Masechta, he finishes the Masechta Shel Gorsa. Then he worked. Obviously, how else did he finish the Masechta? When you turn pages, Shel Masechta Shel Gorsa, of course he worked it. Then of the words, Yom Torah Rabbanon, Rashi doesn't tell us what Yom Torah means. I made a good day. In a different Gemara, in Kedushim, Rashi says Yom Torah means he made a Suda. In Shabbos, you learn both, Kedushim and Shabbos, so you know what I'm talking about, right? In Shabbos, which is what you're learning now, in Kol Kisra, it says Yom Torah, Rashi doesn't say what that means. He made a good day. What did he do? Lit Rabbanon, Rashi, lit Talmidim. And Rashi has 3 words, the Rosh Yeshiva Hoya. He was the Rosh Yeshiva. Abai was the Rosh Yeshiva. So one of the Talmidim made a Siyum Masechta, he made the Yom Torah for all the Talmidim because he was the Rosh Yeshiva. And right after he made it, Abai was the Rosh Yeshiva. In fact, the Chavisiyah asks a question in Halacha is brought down when the Talmud Chacham makes a Siyum, when someone makes a Siyum, then it's a Siyum for everyone. It's not committed for others, not to participate, not to participate. So the Chassidim asks the question, how can you bring your eyes to this Gemara? That Abai made a Yom Tov Rabbanon, he made a special day, and Abai was in Rosh Hashiva. So for his yeshiva, he made a special thing for the Talmidim, because in the same yeshiva, one Talmud makes a Siyum, it's a special event for everyone. And hey, it how do you go from here that you can make a special thing when anybody makes a Siyum? The Marsha actually writes in this Gemara. The Marsha says that even though there was only one student that there was only one Yachid made a Siyum, the Chiddush of Abai was basically that he made a special thing for everyone. The Ula Yishleiter, the Lord believed that it's not a Machlokes over here. Or the Haggadah, that we mentioned before the Shah, we said that, and that was people learn the second very fast. And certainly when Shah started to do it very, very fast. Abai Yishleiter, the Lord B'Torah, we know a lot of places that he believed doing things fast. The key is. The Gemara says in Sifra Adelman, we learn the Rosa. I'm not going to test you the Shah. The Gemara says in Sifra Adelman that Abai says, compared to the Rishonim, when we come to learn Gemara, we're like sticking a nail into a wall. He good the Sach, when we stick a nail in the wall in a very tight place, you can hardly get it in, and we're very superficial when we learn Torah. So that Abai says. There's another Gemara that Rabbi Barahava, we learn the Gemara also. And Rabbi Barahava says that Rabbi was punished. The Gemara is a discussion why he was punished. For the Moshe, because he made fun of Abaya's way of learning Torah. He said, instead of eating bones, by Abaya, eat heavy, duty, fat meat, this is the Shemini made of. Abaya's way of learning Torah was eat bones. Back to the Siyum Hashas, Rabbi, eat heavy meat, he learned to yield, having the different shielding. So Abaya's method of learning Torah was cut the ground. Rabbi was a little more being. Zakariah, I saw Siyum Rabbanon. Siyum Rabbanon actually says in 6 times, one of the Rosans. Siyum Rabbanon means a young Talmud, some very young guy in Yeshiva. It's people that are old, senior, they know how to learn, their mind is already developed after I run Shana. But Siyum Rabbanon is a very, very tiny size. That's right. And Siyum Rabbanon is a young guy. Zakariah Shalom, the second is a Rashi Garsa. He only learns superficially. He's learning the whole Shas. You can't. I've been in the young Torah Rabbanon, and he made it young to the old Talmidim. V'Rosh Hashiva. So there's a big afternoon because Rashi doesn't say young Torah means a Suda, because Rashi is talking about much more than a Suda. He's saying it's a young Torah. Abai is Kiddush, you know what I tell you is that the person who learned only the Gersa. He's a young Talmud from Siyum Rabbanon. He doesn't really fully understand Shas, but this is a young Torah Talmidim, not a Suda. A Suda should not accept this for everyone. Everyone should participate in the Suda. That's not only the Rabbanon. But in the Yeshiva, it's not a Yom Tov, it's not a Suda, it's a Yom Tov, really Yom Tov, Rashi doesn't have to translate it. Maybe can't say I'm giving the Lamaisa, and everybody else participates in this year. Maybe can't say, maybe should say that, what's their Shaykhs when they join the Suda. Mashay in the Yeshiva, the Talmud in the Yeshiva, it's not Mashay Yom Tov, really Yom Tov, maybe I shouldn't say that. So, Allah Lamaisa, it's not depends how much food you really have in one level to finish in a second. Huh? Say it depends how much real food. If your mama's real to you, it's a real young for everyone, it's not much young to, but even though it's one butter, and it's only two without one, it's very, very young. Like Sata. And it's only the Shalom said the Shigar, so it's only the Girsa. It's a young for everyone, because your mama's real to it's not much young to. How do you know if you feel young to? If your intention is, and it's a shah, you also want to do the same thing the next day, you won't ever see it. The Shvili never once came to the David with the Bakr, and they didn't say Tachon. So he asked why didn't they say Tachon? So they said that everything comes join the meeting for a very, very long time. So it's a special sin that they didn't say Tachon. So the Rebbe says, if the Rebbe joins, that's a reason to use sin. So it's a reason not to sin, it's not a reason not to say Tachon. Sometimes supposed to decide if it's a tackle or not, you can make it out shorter. If it's not even a zin, if it's going to make it, if your mom feels the young and because of that, everybody will be inspired to know shots, it's certainly for the Talmidim, the Yeshiva, it's certainly the young mom, the mom not say that, the lady, the husband, was getting a time of Choyel, and should be kidding slave from time of Chacham, you better get kidding slave from last year, much more time of Chacham, should be many, many Siyum. At any case, until we come to the scene of the whole entire world, Siyum Hashas. For the entire Kali Yisrael, as a person in Hashas, I had you mentioned before, a very crazy schedule today. I don't know from here to let them young, but it's a special Hashas and a pleasure to doing such a significant amount of the house that we can to the Siyum of God was taking them out, should I say.
Chovevei, I'm now going to have the honor of Siyum Hashas. He's going to finish the last few lines, the last Masechta. Sometimes people ask me, once I see him, that he really learned. So, you'll get the conclusion yourself. And my conclusion is certainly yes, to the degree that I was even rushing, because last time we had, in general, we had a tradition to have a Yarki Kala. So we had a Siyum Hashas, I wanted to put it together right before Shavuos. I found Mark and Torah. I tried to rush in Mendel. We only had one Masechta left. I said, Mendel, can you finish it on time so we don't have to do 2 separate events? So he says, no, it's not possible. It's not possible. And we learned it. So we covered Mendel. The event was waiting until we actually learned it, dot by dot, Gemara, Rashi, from the places in Mendel covered up.
Before I start the Siyum, I'd like to tell you a little bit of how this came about, how I got to this moment. So this journey started many years ago in Chovevei, when I was still in my formative years, when I was more in my formative years. At that point, we were in class, and whenever Melissa would come around, he would always say, you should know that your best learning happens outside of Seder. And no matter what I tell you, it's that outside of Seder hours, those are the ones that really make you grow. I mean, I know some of you would wish you would have not said that, but the point is, that's what he said. So, in the beginning, and this is going to come as a surprise to some of you, we used to wake up early, and I would learn whatever, Chris not. This continued for a while, until Yitzchak came around, and everyone was taking a Masechta, so I wasn't such a big learner of Gemara at the time. So I decided to take all the Masechtas of Mishayos, took some of his running, and my Mashiach came over to me, and eventually Moni came over to me and said, I see you with Mishayos, why don't you take Gemara? So I was a little bit hesitant, and he pushed me, and there was only one short one left on the list, so I decided to cut them, so I took it. And then decided, I'll put in half an hour a night before bed, before lights out, put in half an hour. I still learned very well at that time, this was not a scroll. And I learned for a half hour every night. Another night, after 2 months, I was finished with a Masechta. And, I was surprised about why I take one Masechta to the next discussion. So I took another Masechta. And another Masechta. At the end of the year, putting in half an hour plus Seder, I finished literally over 200 blocks until the next summer. So I made a simple calculation. I put in, instead of a half an hour, I can finish 400 blocks. Now, if you add it up, multiply it all the years, I'll finish it in sometime end of this year, something like that. And from there to go, I realized that I could do faster, I could put in more hours. The yeshivas out here were very supportive, letting me stay up later, and learn. And as Adelman said, most of the learning happened outside of Seder, but the message I want to give you is that make a calculation. How long does it take you to learn an ode? How long does it take you to learn a class? If you do the calculation, figure out how much time you need to put in. And you can make a long-term goal. You don't have to finish in a year, 2 years. You can finish in 6 years. But it's possible. Melissa inspired me to take that goal, and my other, my stream teachers encouraged it, and here I am. So I want to share a part from the Belzer, which my friend showed me this morning. The Belzer shows something like this. It says, Siyum Hashas says that why is it you have a total Adelman? So the author asks, first of all, why is it you have a total Adelman only for Adelman? It's very strange. Why only for Adelman? Second of all, how would you ever make a Siyum Hashas? It says that the Torah is endless. You learn it again and again and again and again. It doesn't make a seal. A seal implies that you're finishing something. And what does that mean? You're coming young. How can you ever make a seal? The Bible says the real simcha of a seal is not that you finish. It's that Mishish you want to reach to a sign. You have to learn the Sabbath, you want to learn it again. You want to learn another Sabbath. Finish off and learn it again. The simcha is that now the person is tasted the secrets of Torah calls it. You realize how good it is, how sweet it is. That will push you a little more. The simcha is not what you've done, but what you're going to do. And that simcha is no limited to me, but it's inclusive of everyone in the room. Anyway, so the end of the Sabbath is a very famous quote. It goes like this: in the school of Mendel, he said that anyone who learns halakhas every single day, he can be certain that he is a better Muhammad, he is learning about better Muhammad. If it's possible, the way to go to him, don't read the words of this, rather halakhas, that through halakhas, the oil will be him, and he will be a better Muhammad. I don't know, so now you can split the Sabbath in Egypt. I don't know if it's a leader, but I don't know. Hashas is Zach's prophets, where it speaks about Krishna. So connecting with Krishna and Talmud Torah is really a much more complicated task than it looks like, because they really seem to be very, very polar opposites. Krishna, this might be a surprise to some of you, is mitzvah in the morning and at night, the latest time in the morning. It's time to let you have to finish. I say Krishna, it's limited by time. It is a mitzvah that is involved in the world and limited by the world. Torah, on the other hand, is famously known for being the libertarian, even Kabbalah Sunnah, that the words of Torah are not really affected by the world, they are really beyond and higher than the world. So, Krishna seems to be involved in the world. Torah, on the other hand, seems to be distant from the world. Torah is really much higher and just comes down without really being really involved in the world. So, how do you connect these two opposite things? So Torah explains that the real Kavanah is Krishna. Our job is to take the world, involve ourselves in it, and elevate it. We have time is given to us, we should elevate it by using it out for Krishna, for good things. Krishna stresses us involved in the world. Torah stresses the entire world, removed. The problem of Krishna is that, like the morality sign is, that if you're really involved in the world, who says that you'll be able to stay removed from it? Who says that you'll be able to live an entire day full of physical things and not, how do you do this? This is the time of morality. As our composer said once in the shir, he said, when does the shliach know that his time is up? Is when he'd rather be in his Makam Shlichus than in 770. At that point, he knows he's supposed to head back. So the question is, how are we supposed to be in our Makam Shlichus 24/7, and at the same time, we should rather be in 770? So the answer to this is from Torah. That means that yes, you have your 24/7 day involved in the world, that's the message of Krishna. But the strength to have that Krishna, the strength to elevate the world as opposed to get affected by it, comes from a certain time in this moment in your day. A moment in your day where you're involved not in the world, but in higher world. You have a set time in your day where you set aside to learn. You learn Torah, specifically halachas of Torah. You said halachas. The stress of halachas here is that halachas are timeless. Halachas never change. Halachas are not affected by time and place, not affected by situation, by culture. Halachas stress on the timelessness and the eternal aspect of Torah. Our job is to give ourselves a couple seconds of our day, a couple minutes of our day, a couple hours of our day, and we involve ourselves in Torah. Those hours of our day that we're involved in something that's higher than the world, something that's removed from the world, that will give us the energy, give us the koyach, give us the power for the rest of our day to be involved in the world. So yes, there are opposites. Yes, they seem to be antithetical. Or really there's a symbiosis between Torah and Krishna. Torah is our driving force. It gives us the energy to go through our day, go through our lives, go through our shlichus, without getting affected. But on the other hand, elevated. This is the rather tiny. Rather tiny, how do we go into Eretz Yisrael and not be affected? The answer is, you're not going to be a person who's just a person involved in this world. You're a person who's elevated. The Talmud factor is beyond the physical existence that he sees around himself. And this mindset of, I don't really belong here. I have a time in my day that reminds me that gives me my mindset that is supposed to be involved in godliness as opposed to physicality. That will lead us to be able to elevate the entire world. We know that when we elevate the entire world, the world around us, we make a deal of planning that will herald the coming of the apex of humanity and the crescendo of the symphony of our very existence, the coming of Mashiach immediately.
him and his father, and my father agreed. The Siyum, the Simcha, the Siyum Hashas, to a certain degree, is on par or greater than the Simcha of seeing your son down to the Chuppah. Tremendous accomplishment. Down to the Chuppah, where Hashem Yedin is there. Between the Siyum Hashas, not called is it. The Chovevei that we have the honor to have, that he has to go with us, Maradasa Crown Heights, which if you remember last time, he also came and was ma'oided this the goyim of Ha'ini of Limud HaTorah B'chlal and making Achlotis in Limud HaTorah. So we have the honor this year again, but we ask for any time to join us in honor of the Siyum Hashas, the Chovevei.
It's an honor to come and speak under such a simcha, and usually when they sit in the morning session, they gather in simcha in a big veil. But just imagine finish our shots, you should have some kind of deal that should be able to fill 6 times the number of silvers. But I can't put that yoke on the lady from the ship because I happen to be able to sit at the beginning of the together back there, walk there, and be able to go to the city, learn the Shaita. Today's Parsha is Parsha Torah. I was thinking, how can we connect Torah to the Siyum Hashas? That was I didn't find anything specific. I found Torah probably didn't know Shas, and therefore they had a problem. Torah, we learned the story of Torah, which is very fascinating and interesting. It was really like to also listen. If I remember Parsha Torah, it's an interesting. What about Torah was not just a simple sheet of worship and driving. These were also these were ideas. And he was some way really guy in how to dissuade, influence 250 great sages learning to go over him. And he came along with the interesting Shiloh, and the Shiloh begins that where our Shekul Chelis, it should be exempt citizens. And put